You have a new podcast.
I do.
With PFT commenter of Pardon My Take at Barstool Sports titled Macro Dosing. It comes out every single Tuesday. Y'all are diving into, conspiracy theories, dark web stuff, whatever you happen to be obsessing over that week. And you dropped episode 1 last week, a deep dive into Alex Jones. It's a 1 hour and 54-minute pod about Alex Jones. It's hysterical and disturbing. Can you tell us a little bit about what you discovered about Alex Jones?
Yeah, man, it was weird, man. So the pod's gonna be dope, man. PFT's a cool cat, and my man Tommy hooked us up and said we should do something. So I figured I ain't doing shit, so why not? But so the whole theme behind the pod is just what you said, like doing deep dives with like conspiracy theories or just interesting topics that kind of lead into a lot of speculation and conspiracies. But we started with Alex Jones, and Alex Jones is just an interesting cat, man. Found out a lot about him during the process. He's a weird dude, man. And I think he's like the epitome of what the internet is, right? The internet is like it gives you just enough information for you to speculate on, but there's not a lot of truth to what his claims are. And what's interesting about it is how big of a following he has and how it all started. Like he was like born to be this, and it's a fascinating look at him.
Have you watched you've seen the video of him? And first of all, I believe he's an Austin, Texas guy, which is just another weirdo packed into the city that I live in. But have you seen the video of him when he chases that dude down the street, yelling at him and shit?
Yep.
It's like it's not just the crazy stuff he says, right? It's also his whole look, everything about him, the way he talks, his stupid voice. It's all like a parody cartoon of someone doing like the news. But the thing about him that's really fascinating to me, he's always just been this crazy dude on the internet spewing random conspiracy theories that a lot of people cling to. And obviously there's never been, in my lifetime, a more conspiracy theory friendly period of time. And all this shit we've seen with the Trumpers and the issues in 2020, a lot of that stuff, these people are sort of from that same vein. A lot of these people that became Trumpers were Alex Jones folks. A lot of the Q people, that's where they got their first taste of this conspiracy theory life. And this dude is a much more prominent figure in American society than I think a lot of people are willing to give him credit for. And the thing about him that's crazy, I can't tell if he believes his own shit or if it's all about money.
Yeah, no, I think he's a grifter. Well, the interesting analogy that PFT gave was he was like, yo, he's either a conspiracy theorist and he believes this shit. And so he said he was either and if that was the case, if he believes this shit, he said he's either what did he call him? He said he's either he's either coward or he's lying. I think it was one of those two, right? Because if you believe that the deep state is trafficking children and like all this crazy shit he's saying, like, and you don't do anything about it, like you're a coward. Like,
that's a fair point.
Absolutely right.
And so like when you start to break down like his claims, like what he does is like, this is why I said he's like the walking internet, because like what he does is like he'll like his whole claim with that to turning the frogs gay, right? It sounds crazy on his head, but then like when you look at the source of what he's actually talking about, it was a paper written and how there was this chemical that was in the water that was that turned a certain amount of frogs it caused them to change their sex. But some amphibians are prone to that anyway. He was saying that not frogs, those specific frogs aren't prone to that. I haven't looked that deep into it, but I did read the paper, and the paper was basically saying like 1 out of 10 did change sex because of this chemical. And so he took that and said the frogs are gay. And then people like say, well, there is a little bit of truth to what he's saying. And then he has credence for every other thing that he pushes, like the Sandy Hook was a hoax thing. Like, so it just breeds this misinformation cesspool. And that's basically what we have in America today.